those of you who don't know me, I'm Kathy Pertell, and I once served as Emanuel's council president. About 3 years ago, on a brisk October morning, Ray and I were on our way out the door to visit my mom in Massachusetts when the telephone rang. And I thought about just keeping on out the door, but I hesitated and looked to check the caller ID, and it was Pastor Stephanie. So I decided maybe I should take that call. "Hi, Kathy," she said. "I'm calling to tell you that I've received a call." And I hesitated, okay, and I'm thinking a call from, did somebody call her and there's a problem she needs to discuss with me? Sensing my confusion, she clarified, "What I mean is, I've been called to serve another congregation in New York City." Yikes. And my last Sunday will be November 28th. So as the conversation continued and the details were shared, the news began to settle in. We are losing our pastor after only 2.5 years. Oh boy. After hanging up the phone, I quickly realized that as council president, I now had a lot more work to do. I'm going to have to help lead the congregation through another pastoral vacancy, and our beloved Pastor Stephanie will be leaving us just as Advent begins. Oh boy, what do I do first? Who do I call? Am I up for this? One of the first calls that I made was to Pastor Sarah J. Anderson, associate to the bishop, and Emanuel's principal contact with the bishop's office. Pastor Sarah had been working with us during our very recent pastoral vacancy. She sure was the right person to call. In my time of need and in Emanuel's time of need, she was there for us in a big way. She listened intently, she empathized with my concerns, and most importantly, she reassured me that everything was going to be okay and that she would be there for us every step of the way, and she sure was. Our first challenge was to secure supply pastors for Sunday services in Advent, on Christmas Eve, and for emergencies. Pastor Sarah reassured me, saying, "I have resources and contacts for you. I will get them to you later today so that you can start making calls." After receiving her information, many calls were made, and we quickly had coverage for every Sunday from December through May. Pastor Sarah's confidence and reassurance never wavered, regardless of the need. I called her a lot. She guided us through the transition in which we celebrated Pastor Stephanie's time in ministry with us. She helped members process the change and mourn the loss. She pushed us to quickly update the congregation assessment tool, remember the cat, and to update the congregational profile and appoint a call committee. Her words of reassurance included, "Please get me your updated profile as quickly as you can, because I have some really good candidates in mind that I think would be perfect for Emanuel." A few months later, Pastor Joanna was called to be the next pastor at Emanuel, and she started with us on June of 2022. Fantastic. I share this story with you for 2 reasons. First, to serve as an example of how the staff at the New England Synod, one of our most important ministry partners, serves our congregation. Without going into all the details, I can attest that this was not the only time that Synod staff served as a valuable resource to me and to the congregation during my tenure as council president. Every time they were needed, their guidance, support, caring, and professionalism served us well. Second, I want to lift up and celebrate specifically the work that has been done by Pastor Sarah during the time that she served as associate to the bishop. Her vision, creativity, leadership, compassion, problem-solving skills, enthusiasm, and absolute joy for ministry have not only served Emanuel well, but also the entire New England Synod. Her development of the Forward Leadership Program, one that all congregations who call a new pastor participate in, is innovative and has made a clear and measurable impact on congregations throughout the synod. As a parent whose son became an ordained minister during her tenure, I can personally attest to the support and guidance that she provided to our son Dan in his first call. So today, we lift up our ministry partner, the New England Synod, and we celebrate the ministry of Associate to the Bishop, Pastor Sarah J. Anderson. Thank you, Pastor Sarah.